Hello and welcome to another video. Today we will be talking about the hardest bosses in all of Terraria. Now without further ado, let's get started. First up we have Yharon. Yharon is the third to last boss in the mod Calamity. This boss is on the list for its fast dashing attacks, giant deadly tornadoes, and on top of that, you have a limited space to fight Yharon, meaning you have to manage the projectiles that spawn the tornadoes, or you're going to die pretty fast. This boss may take tens of hundreds of attempts to beat. Overall, this boss definitely deserves to be on this list, as the difficulty is far beyond Terraria's vanilla bosses, and there are many choke points that can make you lose very quickly. Next up is Calamitas, or Supreme Witch Calamitas, known for its popularity of being one of the hardest bosses in the entire game. Calamitas has various bullet hell attacks that do high damage and could ruin your fight quickly. One example of these attacks is when Calamitas shoots bloody projectiles vertically and horizontally across the screen. This can get really difficult as all the shots come from random directions. On top of that, there are exploding bullets to add on to the difficulty. Calamitas has many other complicated attacks, which is why it takes this spot on the list. The Mutant is a boss from the mod Fargo's. It is the final boss in this mod, meaning it's extremely difficult. Its chaotic and fast-paced attacks is the main base for its incredible difficulty. If you're planning to no-hit the Mutant, you better be ready for the hundreds of hours of attempts, because I'm not joking when I say this boss is hard. The battle starts with the Mutant aiming a powerful weapon at you with dozens of different attacks, its aim telepathed by a teal beam. As time passes, the Mutant shoots rotating phantasmal spheres at the player, then he continues with the powerful weapon. You get the gist here. The Mutant does basically the same stuff throughout stage 2, until stage 3 where he enters a desperation phase, where he shoots everything he's got for a full minute. The Abomination. This boss, like the Mutant, is also from Fargo's, so its attacks are very similar to the Mutant's, mostly replacing phantasmal projectiles with scythes. The Abomination repeats its moves many times, meaning you can get very consistent with the attacks. There is a lot to remember. The attacks do repeat, but there are sections of the fight that do not repeat, and are very difficult compared to the repeating sections. The Abomination overall has some difficult sections, but they can be overcome with some determination and practice. Blushiemagic. Now this boss is unfathomably difficult. This boss uses Undertale-like mechanics. If you don't know what Undertale is, it is a game that uses WASD keys as the controls to move around the screen. This boss also uses WASD keys to move around the screen, which further increases the difficulty of the boss fight. This battle has many different phases that last a while, adding up to over 10 minutes long. Blushiemagic has 7 different characters, each with their own corresponding attacks. sometimes attacking by themselves or with other characters, increasing the difficulty. Only a handful of people have ever beaten it before, and only one person in expert mode. Blushiemagic is the hardest boss in all of Terraria, but there are many bosses that I haven't talked about, so make sure to leave a comment down below listing the bosses that I haven't talked about in the video. Thanks for watching to the end of the video, I really appreciate it so much. I hope you enjoyed the video and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.